Every night when you fall asleep, you're literally practicing death. And you have no idea you're missing the most powerful spiritual training opportunity of your life. According to Tibetan Buddhism, the 3 stages of sleep perfectly mirror the 3 Bardos of death, meaning you get a nightly rehearsal for the ultimate transition without even knowing it. I've been studying Tibetan sleep yoga for 9 years, and what I discovered will completely transform how you approach those 8 hours you spend unconsciously. In the next 15 minutes, you'll learn exactly how falling asleep mirrors the dissolution process of dying, why your REM dreams are identical to the visions souls encounter after death, and the specific techniques for maintaining consciousness through sleep transitions. But here's what blew my mind. Tibetan masters who achieve conscious sleeping can navigate death with the same awareness they bring to dreams. Tonight, instead of losing consciousness for 8 hours, you could be training for the most important moment of your existence. This ancient practice doesn't just prepare you for death, it transforms sleep from unconscious oblivion into conscious spiritual development. What if I told you that the Tibetan Book of the Dead isn't just about dying, it's about mastering consciousness itself? And every single night, you're given a free masterclass in navigating the afterlife, but you're sleeping through it. The ancient Tibetans discovered something extraordinary. The process of falling asleep is identical to the process of dying. Your consciousness separates from your physical awareness. You encounter visions that seem completely real, and then you dissolve into a state of pure awareness before cycling back again. Sound familiar? That's because it's the exact same journey described in the Bardos of death. Tonight, I'm going to reveal the hidden Bardo that you experience every single night, the sleep Bardo. By the end of this video, you'll understand why Tibetan masters spend decades perfecting the art of conscious sleeping and how you can begin this practice immediately. But first, let me share something that will change how you see sleep forever. Picture this. You're lying in bed, and as you drift off to sleep, your body becomes heavy, your breathing slows, and your awareness of the physical world begins to fade. This isn't just relaxation. This is the exact same dissolution process that occurs at the moment of death. In the Tibetan Book of the Dead, the first Bardo, the moment of death, describes how consciousness separates from the physical body as the elements dissolve. Earth dissolves into water, water into fire, fire into air, and air into space. Every night, you experience this same dissolution. Your awareness of your physical body fades. Your connection to the external world dissolves, and your consciousness enters a liminal state between waking and dreaming. But here's where it gets incredible, just like in death. This moment of dissolution offers a glimpse of the clear light of awareness. That split second between being awake and falling asleep, that's your nightly encounter with the same primordial consciousness that appears at the moment of death. Most people miss this completely. They're unconscious as they transition through this sacred threshold, but Tibetan sleep yogis train to remain aware during this dissolution, recognizing it as practice for the ultimate dissolution, death itself. The ancient text states, "The clear light of sleep is the clear light of death." This isn't metaphor, it's literal spiritual technology. Now, let me reveal the 3 hidden Bardos you cycle through every single night and how they perfectly mirror the journey after death. The first sleep Bardo, falling asleep. As you drift off, you're experiencing the Bardo of dying. Your ordinary waking consciousness dissolves, and for a brief moment, usually lasting only seconds, you encounter what Tibetans call the clear light of sleep. This is pure awareness without content, the same luminous void that appears at the moment of death. Advanced practitioners learn to recognize this state and remain conscious within it. They describe it as a vast, luminous space, peaceful, boundless, and completely free from the mental chatter of daily life. The second sleep Bardo. The dream state. Once you've passed through the clear light, you enter the dream Bardo, and this is where things get wild. Your mind begins projecting visions, just like the second Bardo of death, where souls encounter peaceful and wrathful deities. In dreams, you meet people, visit places, and experience emotions that feel completely real. Sound familiar? This is identical to the Bardo of Dharmata, where consciousness encounters projections of its own mind in the form of divine beings and terrifying demons. The key insight? Both dream figures and Bardo visions are projections of your own consciousness. Learning to recognize this in dreams trains you to recognize it in death. The third sleep Bardo. Deep sleep. Finally, you enter deep sleep, a state of unconsciousness that mirrors the Bardo of becoming, where souls prepare for rebirth. In deep sleep, your individual awareness temporarily dissolves into a state of potential, just as consciousness in the death Bardos eventually moves toward a new incarnation. But here's the secret. Advanced practitioners don't lose consciousness in deep sleep. They maintain a subtle awareness, experiencing what's called the yoga of clear light, a state of conscious rest that's considered one of the highest spiritual achievements. So why does this matter? Because every night, you're given approximately 1,500 opportunities to practice conscious dying. That's how many times you cycle through sleep stages in a lifetime. Imagine if instead of losing consciousness for 8 hours, you could maintain awareness through these transitions. You'd be training your mind to navigate the Bardos of death with the same skill you bring to lucid dreaming. This is exactly what Tibetan sleep yoga teaches. It's a systematic method for remaining conscious during sleep, developed by masters who understood that death is simply the final sleep from which we don't wake up in the same body. The practice begins with what's called illusory body training. Throughout the day, you remind yourself that everything you experience, your body, your thoughts, your environment, is as insubstantial as a dream. This mental training prepares you to recognize the dreamlike nature of both sleep visions and death visions. Next comes clear light practice. As you fall asleep, instead of losing consciousness, you learn to recognize the moment when ordinary awareness dissolves and the clear light appears. With practice, you can remain aware within this luminous void, experiencing the same state of consciousness that offers liberation at the moment of death. But here's what's truly remarkable. Masters who perfect this practice report that they no longer fear death. They've experienced the dissolution of consciousness thousands of times and know it intimately. Death becomes as familiar as sleep. One Tibetan master I studied with described it this way: when you can sleep consciously, death holds no mystery. You've already died and been reborn every night for years. Now, you might be thinking this sounds like ancient superstition, but modern sleep science is validating these teachings in remarkable ways. Research shows that during REM sleep, your brain is as active as when you're awake, but it's disconnected from external sensory input. You're literally experiencing a consciousness-generated reality, exactly what Tibetans described as the Bardo of visions. Studies on lucid dreaming reveal that people can maintain awareness during dreams and even influence their content. This is precisely what sleep yoga practitioners have been doing for over 1,000 years. Even more fascinating, research on the hypnagogic state, that twilight zone between waking and sleeping, shows increased activity in brain regions associated with self-awareness and introspection. Scientists are discovering what Tibetan masters always knew. The transition into sleep is a heightened state of consciousness, not a diminished one. Neuroscientist Dr. Matthew Walker's research shows that during deep sleep, the brain undergoes a kind of reset, clearing metabolic waste and consolidating memories. Tibetan practitioners describe the clear light of deep sleep as a return to primordial awareness, a cosmic reset of consciousness itself. The parallels are undeniable. Modern science is rediscovering what ancient wisdom traditions mapped out centuries ago. So, how do you begin practicing conscious sleeping? Let me give you 3 techniques you can start implementing immediately. Technique 1. The dissolution practice. As you lie in bed tonight, pay attention to the process of falling asleep. Notice how your body becomes heavy, how your breathing naturally slows, how your awareness of the room begins to fade. Instead of fighting this dissolution, welcome it. Think to yourself, I am practicing dying. I am learning to let go consciously. This simple shift in perspective transforms sleep from unconscious collapse into spiritual practice. Technique 2. The clear light recognition. Set an intention before sleep to recognize the moment of transition. As you feel yourself drifting off, look for that split second of luminous awareness, the gap between waking consciousness and dream consciousness. Don't try to grasp it or analyze it. Simply recognize it and think, this is the clear light of sleep. This is what I will encounter at death. With practice, you'll begin to remain aware within this state for longer periods. Technique 3. Dream yoga practice. Throughout the day, ask yourself, am I dreaming right now? Look at your hands. Check the time. Question the reality of your experience. This creates a mental habit that will eventually carry into your dreams. When you become lucid in a dream, practice transforming the dream content. Change frightening figures into peaceful ones. Fly through walls. Multiply yourself. This trains your mind to recognize that all experiences, whether in dreams or death Bardos, are projections of consciousness that can be transformed through awareness. But here's the most important part. Approach this practice with patience and compassion. You're not trying to control sleep. You are learning to dance with it consciously. As you begin to explore conscious sleeping, you'll discover something profound. The boundary between sleeping and waking consciousness starts to dissolve. You'll find yourself more aware during the day, more present in your interactions, more conscious of the dream-like nature of all experience. This is the real gift of sleep yoga. It doesn't just prepare you for death, it awakens you to life. When you realize that your waking experience is as malleable as a dream, you begin to take conscious responsibility for the reality you're creating. The Tibetan masters understood something we are only beginning to rediscover. Consciousness is not produced by the brain tease, the fundamental fabric of reality itself. Sleep yoga is a method for exploring this deeper dimension of awareness, using the natural laboratory of sleep to investigate the nature of mind itself. Every night, you have the opportunity to explore realms of consciousness that most people only encounter at death. You can train your awareness, dissolve your fears, and prepare for the ultimate transition with the confidence of someone who has already made the journey thousands of times. Tonight, when you lay your head on your pillow, remember, you are not just going to sleep. You're entering a sacred training ground for consciousness itself. You're practicing the art of conscious dying, exploring the Bardos of sleep, and preparing for the greatest adventure of all. The hidden Bardo of sleep has been waiting for you to discover it. The question is, will you remain unconscious, or will you begin the journey of awakening within sleep itself? If this ancient wisdom resonated with you, there's so much more to explore. Click the video appearing on your screen right now to discover the secret Tibetan practice that lets you choose your next life, where I reveal the advanced techniques masters use to maintain consciousness, not just through sleep, but through death and rebirth itself. And let me know in the comments, have you ever experienced moments of awareness while falling asleep? Your experiences might be the beginning of your own sleep yoga practice. The Bardos are calling. Will you answer?